Hello, I'm Dr. Thomas Armstrong, and in this video, I'd like to tell you about the three central features of mindfulness practice. When people think of the term mindfulness, a whole variety of different associations are often generated, from deep breathing and yoga to progressive relaxation and visualization. However, true mindfulness in its secular context is really about none of these things. Instead, mindfulness has to do with the particular approach that we can take toward our mental activity. The best way to illustrate the three essential features of mindfulness is to actually experience the practice itself for a couple of minutes and then tease out the central factors. So I'd like you to assume a comfortable sitting position, either in a chair or on the floor. And by the way, if you're in a moving vehicle, do not attempt this activity. Now, in your comfortable sitting position, just close your eyes and begin focusing your attention on your breathing. As you do this, notice the rising and falling of your belly or your chest, or alternatively, pay attention to the inrush of air through your nostrils as you breathe in, which provides a cool sensation, and the outrush of air through your nostrils as you breathe out, which gives a warm sensation. Don't force your breath in any way or take deep or rapid breaths. Just breathe normally in your ordinary way. So you're just noticing and focusing on the in-breath and the out-breath. Again, just focusing on your breathing in and breathing out. Great. That should give you a taste of the first essential feature of mindfulness, which is focus. In this particular case, the focus is on our breath. But there are other mindfulness practices which focus on other activities. In mindful walking, the focus is on the act of walking, how the feet make contact with the ground, how the legs move, and so forth. In mindful eating, the focus is on the sensations that are evoked as we eat a morsel of food. In mindful stretching, where the body is put into different yoga-like poses, the focus is on the muscles of our body that are being stretched. Now, you probably realized as you did this exercise that you weren't able to focus all your attention on your breath all the time, and that there were times when your mind drifted. It's important to understand that this is perfectly normal. Even in the brief exercise we just did, your focus might have been interrupted several times by thoughts, feelings, sensations, sounds, and/or other stimuli. Let's try doing this exercise again so we can begin to understand the second essential feature of mindfulness. I still want you to focus on your breath, as we did before, but this time, whenever a stray thought or feeling or sensation comes into your awareness, I want you to just notice it and then turn your focus back to your breathing. Okay? Again, get into a comfortable posture. Close your eyes and pay attention to your in-breath and out-breath. And if your attention strays, just notice where it strays to, and then bring your attention back to your breath. Do this as many times as you need to. Okay, this time you were focusing on your breath as before, but you were also engaging in the second essential feature of mindfulness, which is called open monitoring. This means that you were open to whatever other experiences came into your consciousness. Many meditative techniques involve a focus of some type, but mindfulness is in a way kind of unique in that it also provides the opportunity to notice where the mind goes when it's not paying attention. It's kind of like having your cake and eating it too, getting the benefit of the focus, but also gaining the opportunity to notice whatever interferes with that focus. In this way, we're always keeping our mind centered in the present moment. Some people like to label their interruptions when they experience them. So, for example, if you're focusing on your breathing and you suddenly remember that you forgot to turn off the lawn sprinkler, you might label it remembering. Or if you're getting anxious about a dinner date you have this evening, you might label it feelings. Or if you're thinking about a report that you have to give next week at work, you might label it planning, and so forth. The way you label your experiences is up to you, but the main thing is to notice the interruption, label it, and return to your breathing as often as you need to. Let's do the exercise one more time so we can begin to see the third essential feature of mindfulness. Again, assume a comfortable posture, close your eyes, and focus on the in-breath and the out-breath. Notice whatever interrupts that process and label it and return to your breath. And do this as many times as you need to. All right, great. You might have noticed that when your focus was interrupted, you might have started to worry that your mind was just being too busy, or that you aren't cut out for this kind of activity, or that you've been waylaid by a negative thought, or you might have started to think about what was wrong with the feeling that came up or what was painful in a bodily sensation. Again, that's perfectly normal. The thing with mindfulness, however, is that whenever you have this kind of experience, you're invited to meet it with a totally non-judgmental attitude. This is the third essential feature of mindfulness. Sometimes experts also say that in addition to having a non-judgmental attitude towards whatever comes up during our practice, that we cultivate an attitude of curiosity. Perhaps a feeling of anger toward a past incident came up during your practice. Maybe your boss yelled at you at work. Rather than scold yourself for wasting your time on this, or blame yourself for having this negative feeling, or get involved in a whole story about how your boss is set on ruining your life, simply notice the anger without judgment. Oh, there's anger. And even with an element of curiosity. Interesting, I'm still carrying that anger from this morning. And then turn your focus back on your breathing. So to summarize, there are three key elements to mindfulness practice, whether we're centered on our breath or our walking or eating or stretching. Focus, open monitoring, and a non-judgmental attitude, a curious attitude. I hope this video has been helpful to you in understanding the 3 essential features of mindfulness, and that all your mindful sessions are fruitful ones. For further information about mindfulness and the importance it can make to our children's education, get my book, Mindfulness in the Classroom: Strategies for Promoting Concentration, Compassion, and Calm. To contact me, visit my website at www.institute4learning.com, institute4learning.com. You can email me at thomas@institute4learning.com, or follow me at Twitter at Dr_Armstrong. I want to thank you again for watching this video, and I wish you all very many mindful moments. Thank you.